Good morning, everybody. This is Patrick Lee. It's time for Midweek Motivation Live. I hope you're doing well today. I am suffering through a couple of things this morning, getting ready to go live. I've had a sinus infection, allergies for a past couple of days, and had lost my voice. It was pretty rough, but it's back. My voice is back. Going through a lot of coffee, a lot of fluids, doing good, feeling great, almost 100%. Making a pot of coffee, turned around and grabbed some coffee. Took a big sip in a big hurry of my hot coffee, blistered my tongue. I can't taste anything anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and drink this coffee by faith over my blistered tongue while I'm talking to you guys today about motivation. Why don't you just go for it? A lot of stuff's been going on lately. We've talked about so many different topics. I normally sit down. I normally have an outline, and I've just had a lot of stuff burning on my spirit, things that I've been hearing, things that people have been telling me. And I realize it's almost the end of the first month of 2021. We just went through 2020, arguably one of the roughest years in many of your lives. One of the most blessed years in my life. We've lost people. I don't deny that. I lost my dad last year. You've lost family members and friends in your life. People on my team have lost family members and friends. Many of you know we have lost people. The pandemic, other things caused people to be taken from our lives. Many people lost their businesses. Many people started new businesses. I was one of those. And 2020 was an amazing year of discovery for me. And it's one of the things I want to talk to you about today. And it was the decision I made to make the decision to just go for it. That's what I want to talk to you all about today. People already tuning in. I don't usually stop and wait for people to tune in. They know if they're a regular that I'm going to be online between 10:01 and 10:02 every Wednesday morning, barring technical difficulties. Today, I went to go live and StreamYard, my stream service, said, "You have lost connection to Facebook and YouTube." I was like, what? I'm going live right now. Are you kidding me? So I jumped through a couple of hoops, reconnected, got back on live within a minute. And it's just the way technology goes sometime. You know what I mean? You just have to make the decision to do it. Go ahead and muscle through, get things done. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I've been listening to a lot of other people pouring into my life as I've been trying to pour into your lives, because just like you, I need motivation as well. A lot of stuff goes on in our life, and we just accept it the way it is. But some of the topics I've talked to you about on here in the past are decision making, how to learn to make better decisions, being a better thermostat, not a thermometer. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Many things in your life, you have just accepted that they will be the way that they will be. And I'm here to tell you today that that doesn't have to be that way. You are the pilot of your ship. You are the captain of your destiny. You have the ability to make the changes in your life. Why don't you just go for it? Many of you don't understand how close the goal that you want to reach really is. You think this goal is somewhere way, way, way down the road from you. And if I just plod along, I'll eventually reach my destination. Open your eyes, take the blinders off. You may not know that the goal you're trying to reach is so much closer. If you knew how much closer you were to the finish line of great success in your life, you would take the blinders off, you'd open your eyes, and you would speed up. That's one of the things that I've been preaching to myself at over the last couple years for sure. Speed up. I was told years ago by a boss, a friend of mine, good friend of mine, gave me the job, wanted me to come work for their company. It was awesome. And we worked together the very first month. It was a commission job, and he trained me. I went out on my own. I got my first monthly big commission job. And he said, "Huh?" I said, "What?" He goes, "I'm proud of you, man." He goes, "That's just kind of funny." I said, "What do you mean funny?" He said, "That check is twice as big as any check I ever received when I started at this company." And I said, "Well, obviously you're a good trainer." But within a week of that, he had told me on the job one day while we were training, he goes, "Well, Patrick, there's two kinds of people in life." He goes, "There's strollers and there's hustlers, and it's obvious you're a stroller." Yeah. So he said, "You're a stroller." And maybe by the show that you watch every week, right? Maybe you get the idea that Patrick Lee is a stroller because I sit down, I try to motivate you each week, but I'm very level toned. I'm even keeled, and people tell me that all the time. I'm so much like my dad. You're even tempered, you're even toned, you never get upset about anything. Yes, I do, but I just hide it from you very well. That's because that's part of life. But I do believe in showing kindness to people. There are people that make me mad. Yes, every now and then I let my temper out and I try to control that. But for the most part, I'm a very even-keeled, mild-mannered, even-tempered guy. But at the end of the day, we have to speed up, man. You have to just go for it. Open your eyes, look closer. I have a couple of little objects here for you. We don't know what the future holds, right? I bought this online and I think it's awesome. Ooh, what's that? Crystal ball. This is a crystal ball. It's called the lens ball. A lot of people think if I just had a crystal ball, right, I could look into the future and I could see what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be going. I can go to the medium and the astrologist and all of those people, the psychic. They can look into the crystal ball. So I bought this crystal ball to remind myself, number one, it's for media and marketing, and it's going to be used in a lot of other photography and posts for social media. But it's also a great reminder that we don't have a crystal ball. We can't look into our future, but I can tell you a couple of things about your future. And we talk about that on here all the time. Show me your friends and I'll predict your future. That's number one. Show me the books that you read and the studies that you do, the conventions that you go to, the people that you have mentoring your life, and I can predict your future, a future of success or a future of failure based on the decisions that you make. You know, I'm up here on the 18th floor in this building. This is about a 31 floor building. And I'm on the 18th floor. Me and my buddy Terry, we office up here with the team. And it's great because we have a great view of the entire downtown area of the city. So I went out and bought a pair of really high dollar binoculars. These are pretty expensive binoculars. Bought binoculars because you can see so far from the 18th floor. You change your height, right? You get a better perspective. I've done videos from on top of buildings, different places. I've done videos in front of other places. Basically change your perspective, change your life, right? One of the other things that we teach on here. So I got these binoculars so I can look east from here all the way to the horizon and see better, but then also so I can look at some things that are closer to me here in town. There's a lot of construction going on and everything's going on. I like to look at those things. So I bought these binoculars, and you realize that when you wear glasses, that you can spend a whole lot of money on things to help you see better. And when you wear glasses, they don't work. Binoculars don't work very well. You can focus one eye. You have to take your glasses off. If you have your glasses on, then it goes against what the prism is in the binoculars. And you can spend a whole lot of money trying to look further and look at other things that you can see better by taking the binoculars off and looking through your natural eyes. So those are another one of the things I want to talk to you about today. Learn to look closer. Open your eyes. Look at the opportunities around you. Look at the people that are in your life. Look at the things that you need to make decisions on right now. A year ago, I made the hard decision to start my own team, to leave the company where I was and to do my own thing. And it racked me with fear. It racked me with, trepidation. I was eager with excitement, but I was also, riddled with crazy emotions. And I was teaching you guys at that same time, listen, man, make the decision to make the decision. Why don't you just go for it? I made a post at that time. What would happen if you just go for it? Maybe some of you remember that post. What could be the worst that happened? You fail and a couple of people laugh at you, man. What difference does it make if a couple of people laugh at you? Do they pay your bills? Do they write paychecks to you? Or are you the captain of your own ship? You know what I mean? So I had to make the decision. I have to practice what I preach. I made the decision. I didn't want to start a team. I went out on my own. And I just knew in my knower that the blinders were taken off my eyes and I had to do this. And I made the decision, and other people saw that and they wanted to come and link arms with me and work with me. Other people wanted to partner with me. They were like proud of me. They said, congratulations, Patrick. We always knew it was in you. We just needed you to take the time to make the decision to make it happen. So other people have come alongside of me. The team has grown. My life has changed. My home life has changed. My business life has changed. My bank account has certainly changed. I'm eternally grateful for the people that were in my life that I was working with that helped bring me to the company that I'm at today, to where the blessings are flowing today. But at the end of the day, I had to make that decision to do what I knew in my heart I had to do. And I want you to have the same thing, man. I need you guys to adjust your thermostat higher. In life, there are people that are coolers and people that are heaters. And I think that my buddy was trying to say that I was a cooler, as a stroller. You get into a rhythm, and that's about the only speed you have. Some of you, the only speed you have is neutral, man. That's the only gear you've got. You need to kick it in, granny, get started, and then start shifting gears till you get up to the momentum that you're supposed to be at, man. Give me a thumbs up or a like or a love or something. Let me know that you can hear me and that this is bearing witness with your spirit. You guys need to get jazzed. You need to get motivated. Adjust your thermostat higher. What does that mean? If I open the door on the building right now, it says it's 71 degrees in here. If I open up a window, it's cold outside, and it's in the 20s outside. It's freezing outside. Okay. If I open up the window, it would get very cold in here really fast. And you know what would happen? The thermostat would kick in and it would turn up the heat and it would adjust it right back to 71. On the other side of that, right? If a whole bunch of people walked into my office and it got up to about 80 degrees real fast because they're all drinking coffee and sweating profusely like I am. Not really, I'm not sweating. I'm just excited. The temperature goes up, then the air conditioning would kick on and it would bring the temperature right back down, right? It'd bring it right back down to wherever the thermostat was set at. Well, you guys have great things in your life, great things that you want to do, and you need to adjust your thermostat higher. It may be your financial thermostat. You may say, I'm only a $20,000 a year employee, and I'll never make more than that. I can never do more than that. But I'm here to tell you you're wrong. You're worth more than that. You're more valuable than that. You have it in you to do more, to do better. You may be stuck in a $50,000 a year dead-end job or a $150,000 a year dead-end job, and you have good money in the bank, but you're not living up to the potential that you can live up to. You need to adjust your thermostat higher. Don't be a cooler and turn it down and say, that's not for me. That's for other people. You can never do that. I've talked to people in the past, that motivational people, and they tell all of these stories of people that were speaking and saying it only takes one person to break out in a family and it can change that family's legacy forever. And the person said, I'm the one. I believe that same thing for me, and I believe it for you. I've told many of you this in the past. We had 5 kids, mom and dad. Dad got out of the Navy the year I think I was born, the year before. Went to work for the local hospital. Then they took on extra jobs. We weren't rich. We didn't have a lot of money. We had kids, man, a lot of kids, hungry kids. We sold our first house I grew up in for $9,000, okay? $9,000. We bought a big 2-story house in the country for $36,000 on 3 acres. And thanks to a lot of Californians moving up into Oregon, the value on that house went up to over $300,000. That's just how things happen. But we didn't come from money. And now the thermostat out there has changed. The lifestyle has changed. The political parties have changed. The opportunities for the fishermen, the lumber, the technology, the arts, the theater, all of the other things that were going on out there, most of that is dried up because of politics. Greedy politicians wanting to siphon the money off of everybody. Drugs are rampant where I grew up. And it hurts my heart. And I wish my whole family could come and join me out here, because this is a land of opportunity. But it only takes one person to bust out of that cycle. You know what I mean? And that's you. You can do that. You need to adjust your thermostat higher and say, man, I'm the one. Quit negotiating your price. What do you mean, quit negotiating your price? At what price failure? At what price success? At what price will you stay at the job you're at, working for the company you're at? At what price will you give up your dream? If there's a price in your mind that you can't stand, that you can't bear looking at. Tax season is upon us, right? And every year you look down at your 1040 form and you go, baby, I didn't make enough money this year. Well, you settled for that amount. I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm just telling you, you settled for that amount. You just did. And I believe that you can do better than that. You know what I mean? Next year, you need to determine in your heart that I'm going to make the hard decisions right now to make a change. Raise that financial thermostat. Raise that relationship thermostat. Raise your spirituality thermostat, that I'm going to dig in closer to God. I'm going to dig in further into knowledge and training. And I'm going to read some good books. I'm going to add some great people into my life that can change my life and that can change me, that can help me. Lord, help me. I want to be raised up to a higher level. You know what I mean? So be raised up to a higher level. It requires a higher level of activity. You have to speed up, right? You got to quit being a stroller. You got to make decisions fast. You got to realize that you need to live while the day is here. Open your eyes. Realize that the destination you're going to is closer than you think. The time is shorter than you think. And you need to make the decision to change now. The older we get, the closer we get to the other end of our life, the faster time moves, not slower. When we were children, you will remember, and this will bear witness with you, when we got out for summer break in the 3rd grade, summer lasted forever. By your senior year, summer break was over in a week. And now that we are grown-ups and we go through the school zones, it seems like summer break is over in a day. Kids were getting out of school and then they're immediately back in school. Summer break doesn't last very long, even though it's virtually the same amount of time. Time is moving faster. And if we don't move faster as well, we're going to get left behind. So make the decision to change. Do it now. I believe in you. That's why I'm on here every week trying to move you guys forward into the next week. Midweek Motivation Live. Make the decision to change. Make the decision to raise your thermostat. Your financial thermostat, your relationship thermostat, your spiritual thermostat. Get closer to God, get closer to good people, make the change. I'm out of here, you guys. I got stuff to do. I will see you next week. If I don't see you before, you guys have a great day. Be blessed. Bye-bye.